as people recover from a midweek hangover of celebrating the new year. A great debate is taking place that is forcing family, friends, and the internet to pick sides. Team 0 believes that 2020 is the beginning of a new decade. Team 1 believes that 2021 is the beginning of a new decade. Which team are you on? Or does it really matter? Is 2020 the beginning or the end of a decade? The most common definition for the word decade is a period of 10 years. A more specific definition is a period of 10 years beginning with a year ending in 0, or, by another record, 1. According to a YouGov poll, 64% of Americans believe 2020 begins a new decade. 17% believe that 2021 begins a new decade, and 19% don't know. Experts believe that 2021 begins a new decade because there was no year 0 in the Western calendar. Keep in mind that a monk made today's calendar 525 years after the birth of the Christian Messiah. How the monk arrived at 525 was never explained, and he could have easily pulled that number out of his ass. 0 as a year was never considered, since 0 as a number would remain unknown in the West for another 700 years. I explained in my video that 56% of Americans don't want Arabic numerals taught in the schools. Never mind that the schools have taught Arabic numerals. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 for the last 800 years. A year 0 does exist in Buddhist and Hindu calendars, and astronomers use 0 for numbering astronomical years. And if you happen to be Jewish, the current year is 5780, or 5,780 years after creation. The big date for that calendar system is the year 6000, for the Jewish Messiah to come back. That year should take place from the sunset of September 29, 2239, to the nightfall of September 16, 2240. Maybe the Jews will have better luck with the Messiah than the Christians did at the turn of the millennium. I was a member of a Christian church that waited for the second coming in 1999, 2000, and 2001. Since God didn't send out an Outlook calendar invite, we waited a few years to see what would happen. Like the Y2K bug in 1999, nothing did happen. The congregation tossed out the founder after the message changed from being faithful to the end to being faithful to the end of your lifetime. After putting up with him for 30 years, the fellowship wasn't going to put up with him for another 30 years. Not surprisingly, that church fell apart, and I left in 2004. Most people think a decade starts with a 0 because name decades begin with 0 and end with a 9. The roaring 20s are making a comeback these days. Never mind that the roaring 20s of the 1920s ended with the 1929 stock market crash that ushered in the 1930s at the Great Depression, and soon followed by World War II in the 1940s. Some people believe we are reliving those times today. I'm with Team 0 that 2020 begins a new decade. I might be biased since I was born in 1969. My first birthday was in 1970, and my 10th birthday was in 1979. Any year that ends with a 0 is a new decade in my life. After living 5 decades of my life so far, I'm looking forward to another decade. If you want a different perspective, check out Neistat's recent video about the new year. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and click on the notification bell to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching.